Good morning. It is Monday morning and I've got a few hours today with one plan in mind, and that's preparation for next year's showings. Now, to be able to do that, when we go to Malvern, after Malvern, when we come back, it'll be time to pretty much start getting ready to sow things like onions and also the giant cabbage, red and also green. And I need me propagator and me grow shed to be able to do that. But my grow shed in the last 2 years has been used as a shed. So today's task is to clear everything out and see what we need and see what we don't need, so that I can get my shed back for growing. Wish we'll look. Well, a couple hours later and we're making headway. Clear along the top so that I get underneath. We're getting underneath, getting all sorted and cleaned and starting to put the stuff all back away underneath there. That's actually for one of the rooms in the house. It's a lovely shag pile carpet. Yeah, everything I need, I know where stuff is now under here. I did play with the thought of putting a propagator underneath here and the light underneath and keeping it like a little cupboard, but that got sacked off immediately because I want everything waist height. So that's going to be the last thing I do. I know that's all my garden stuff that I need. So the plan is I'm going to have one propagator here, and the little one is going to be going there. But I want to keep the Enviro grow lights up at the top of here. So I've got some extra these strings, so I want to keep one up there, and I'll probably have another one run for the spider farmer light for underneath here, because I don't want to be moving stuff. I just want to be able to take the lights off and that's it, done. So you'll see what I mean by I'm finished though. But we're making head games in here. We're making way in here. I'll not show you outside because everything's outside. You got to make a mess before you can get it tidy. Well, a few hours later and I am all cleaned up and I'm all set up. So I've wiped everything down, cleaned everything down, and got everything all set up, ready to go for the 2025 growing season. Let's show you what I've been up to. Ta-da! So the shed is now fully operational. I do have one issue though, and that's with that thermostat at the back over there. It's not functioning properly, but I've managed to sort that out, and I'll have to see if I can source another one. Ideally, I would like to have another one of these long vitapods, but this will do for what I need, and I've got all my benches back, which is fantastic. So I'll give you a quick rundown for those who have not seen these before. These here are from Greenhouse Sensation. They are vitapods. They are propagators. They are the heat from the bottom, and obviously we've got the little vents on the side and stuff. You can get them different sizes. You can get triple tiers, double tiers, things like that. I've got a little ventilation here with the little fan, USB fan. I'll be getting some more of them to help with the ventilation in here. I've also got above here is the Spider Farmer SF2000, which I've had for a few years. I was gifted that by Spider Farmer for a collab in regards to a couple of videos that I put out for them a couple of years back. Moving on to this one, it's a smaller vitapod. It's a double and it does exactly the same job as what the larger one does. But I class this as my nursery. This is where I start everything off. So, and above that, I've got the Spider Farmer SF1000. This was the first light that I was ever provided with, which was great. It helped out because I ended up going from these to that, which was a lot more cost effective. And I also went from having a heater in here, which cost a fortune to heat the whole room, to end up just heating the little section around there. And on this side, exactly the same. We've got a Vitapod with a large one, and above that we've got a Mars Hydro SP150. Now again, I did a bit of a collab with Mars Hydro. They provided this the SP150, and also they gave me a grow tent to use, which I originally had lying on its side across there, just to keep everything down. Obviously the size of the growing space down, should I say. But like I say, it did work. It worked fantastic. But since I got these in, I've not needed to reduce the space because I've already got the propagation in here. If I wanted to, I could put that on because it gives a great space for it to be able to keep everything enclosed. But that's what I've got the Mylar on the side for. So this is my grow room. That's that done. That's this all done. And when these are done, if I wanted to, I've got the T5 Enviro grow lights. These tubes do work, some of them don't, so I need to have a look into that, and I'm missing one on this side. I can't get replacements because you can't get the T5 tubes anymore. I can't get replacement LEDs, but it may cost a fortune. So we'll see what happens. But this is my grow setup. This is what I've used for a couple of seasons, but I've been missing the past couple of years. So yeah, that's everything now set up, ready for me to start putting stuff in. I've still got a little bit of tidying up to do, because underneath, as you can see, I've got a bit of space. I need to start tidying away some stuff. I've got I've got a box of stuff here which I need to take down to the allotment, and on the other side here I've got me growing stuff for to be kept at home, so I need to go through that and get that sorted, as well as bring in a lot of other stuff that's outside. So wish me luck. Another day, another start. Guess what I'm finishing the day? Getting this done. I was looking back at videos last night. 3 years it's taken us to get to this point. But we're going to get the polytunnel finished today, and that's because it arrived yesterday. Wasn't expecting that until today, but I got it yesterday, meaning I can get this all done, all the way around the bottom. Awesome, because I was just getting stapled in, and then already pulled out the polytunnel cover. Got the warm up, which is under there. I'm going to actually lay it across the top here somewhere, just so that we can get the curve on it, because it has had a few crinkles in it for the last couple of years. But I'm going to update Grandad, because he's just surprised us. What you got for us today, like? Oh, more papers for the fire. That's excellent. What else we got? Is there any cash in there now? Right, I'm going to update on what's going on, and I'll catch you in a bit. Before I start here, I'm just going to be ruthless inside of here, because there's some things that I don't want and don't need, and some things are actually dying back. So these tomatoes and everything are what I still want, but the fact that this cucumber isn't going to produce anymore, I am going to chop it back. It goes all the way up there and along the top of there. It's way too late for anything and everything, so it's blocking the light coming from that side through onto the tomatoes. So I'm going to cut that back, and I'm also going to cut this back as well, because this won't produce, and it's not producing. So that and that is going to get removed now. So that's all taken down. There was a nice little cucumber at the top over there, but like I say, I don't need it, so I'm going to leave it. But everything else, like, you can see what's going on now, which is great. So I've got how many have I got here? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 6 tomatoes here, 7 counting this one. Like I say, they're not going to be doing. They're too late. There's still time for them to grow, so I'm going to leave them. I'll collect them for seed for next year, and I'll definitely get a personal best off one of these. So I've got that taken off there. I've got to lie down in the sunshine, out of the way where I'm going to be working. Got my cup of tea, so my cup of coffee, got me roll. I've just been picking some of the long lengths of that up. I need to take the screws out of them, but I'm going to see if I can find a couple more. But what the plan is, make the lengths for across there, down there, all the way around. Basically, I need to make the lengths so that I can just screw them straight in to nip the plastic. I'm not going to do the plastic first, we're going to do the plastic second, because I'm going to staple gun this all the way around here, and that's all it's going to get. So the bottom is going to be left stapled, the top will be nipped in with the plastic. I've got to help. I've got a helper coming. I've got to help. Are you here? Are you here? He's here! Oh, you see where you've been? I missed you. You just let him out. Oh, just let him out. Just let him out. Well done. I'm pleased. I've got your hoodie, by the way. Brian's going to give us a hand putting the poly on. So Grandad's here as well. So between the three, we should be able to get this done. No bother. He's back. So what we've been doing is we've been measuring around the sides before we start doing the bottom, because once we start, that's it. So what we've done is we've gotten the lengths of lats, like I said, all the way along, but I've also screwed pilot holes all the way, every foot or so, all the way at the edges, on every single piece that goes all the way around, all the way along. And now putting screws in like this, so it makes it a lot easier once we've got the plastic on and in. So just go along, not with my hand obviously, or with the hammer, with the drill. So we're just getting everything ready, like a piece of Lego, ready to go to get everything done all at once. Failure to prepare, prepare to fail. there we go, nice and taut. So as you see, all I did was keep it's doubled up because this stuff does open up, and the black line, I've just kept it low and tight all the way around, all the way along. And then once I've done that, I've just lifted this over and just put some staples in the top. Like, bear in mind that once the plastic's on, this will nip in as well. So it's just the bottom that's held in with staples, which is absolutely fine. If you wanted to, you could put some battens across the bottom, some boards just to keep that nipped in as well. But I'm not going to bother because I've not needed to do what I didn't do on that side because I just tucked it in. But that's all nice and taut. Now the next task will be to get this on the polytunnel. So it's good that there's no wind, and it's obviously a lovely, beautiful sunny day. That big hot ball in the sky is going to help massively. So we're going to get this unrolled out best we can and get it put it over the top of the polytunnel, and we're going to have a cup of tea, have some dinner, and let it sit for a little bit just for it to warm up. And then we'll get the clamps, then get another pair of hands. Hopefully Gran will possibly help. If not, it's all right. We'll get the two sides done. I'll tell you what we need to do after that. It's massively important when you're unfolding this, the polytunnel sheeting. By the way, it's visqueen, and basically that's what it is. Lumisol, visqueen Lumisol. That's the opaque, opacity, whatever it is, to be able to see through or not, because you can get different types. And that's the one that I like. So the best thing to do is make sure that there's no edges or catches or anything like that. You can also put some tape on here as well, so that's you're protecting the plastic so when it doesn't rub. I'm not going to bother because I've not needed to do it on that one, so I'm not going to do it on this one. But yeah, make sure that it doesn't kind of catch anywhere, because if you pull it over the top and it rips, game over. That's it, done. You can repair it, but it's never going to be the same again. So just a couple of words of warning. There we go, got it on the right side. We've got it the right way, so it'll have inside out written on it. Now, if I remember correctly, when I bought this, I knew I was going to be building another polytunnel, so that's why I bought it in the length that I did. So there's, well, nearly short on both sides, but there's enough there to play with, so I did measure that fine. There's absolutely loads in the offcut, because I think when I did it, normally you have this that way, so the writing's coming across this way. But on this one, I had them going along that way because it measured measured correctly for the length and how cheap it was going to be. Let's have a look on the inside. There we go. You can feel the heat straight away when you walk in here. It's going to make a hell of a difference. But right, we're going to get some clamps. Get this clamped onto place so it doesn't blow away. Leave it for the sun to warm it through, and then we can do it from one side. Put the length in. Do the other side. Put that length in, and then we can do the back and then the front. But I'll tell you more about them when we're doing them. Right, a little time later, time to get this side on. So we've used it right up the edge, and we're going to put a couple of inches down the side so that there's a bit of a drip loop so we can pull on where needed. So we're going to get this side just put in the way it is, and then get the other side done so that it's taut over the top. go, coming along nicely now. Since we did the middle first, sorry, I said we're going to do the outside first and work our way down. Doing on this one, that's fine. On the other side, start in the middle, because you want the middle tight and taut, because the front and the back, the way I've built mine, will pull tight as you're pulling around the front. I'll show you the example. This bit here is, of course, loose. It's touching the wood here. Whereas, if we go down to the back, you can see this back section here is nice and taut, since we've pulled it around. So, yeah, so just last little bit to do, that's the front. And then we'll get this straightened up, not be as loose with this pulled. Sorry to spoil your fun, like, but if I'm not getting any, neither are you. Especially out of me lilies. I always keep an eye on the lilies to see what's what. Look at them, look at the babies, man. Look at them under there. Nightmare. So I always keep on top of them. Try and keep on top of any red I see, give them a squash. But anyways, this is now done. Oh hey, all taut. The heat will obviously help out over the course of the today and tomorrow. I've been along, and what you don't want to do is you don't want to trim right up against here. You want to leave yourself a good little lip so that you can pull down if need be. See, I've got a little bit of looseness there. I'll do is I'll put some more screws in all the way along. So you want to leave yourself a nice little skirt, because if you pull it, if it comes too tight, it'll just pull right up and pull off. So you want to keep yourself a bit of trim on the side there. So, and coming inside, I've sorted out this side with a trim piece up there. I'm going to cut out a trim piece coming across the top of here just to keep that up. And then, yeah, it's all inside's done. I've trimmed along the top, so this isn't going to go nowhere. That's not going anywhere because it's all nipped up against it, which is great. So Polytunnel is 90%, 95% complete. The only thing I need to do now is to build the door. That'll be done another time though, because I haven't got time to do that. I'm going to be doing the sort of same thing as what I did with this one here. So I'll get the big frame, make sure it covers, little lock mechanism, just runs off the wood. So I'll have to see if I can get some more bits of wood. But the garden's actually taking shape. I'm over the plans will be, so I've got a little growing area in there. I can change that. I've got the heating in here if need be, if I want to heat through the winter. That's not a bother. This apple tree will most likely be getting removed, as it's not fruiting very well, and it's also got canker, and it's dying off like the last one did. And to be honest, I don't use it. I've met scrumpy with it one year, but other than that I didn't do anything. I've not had any good harvest of it, so I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to keep the pear tree in that corner. I'm going to dig all of this section across here, and from here down to there is going to be a marrow bed. So this is where I'm going to grow my marrows, in this section here. I will still have my spring display coming from around, but that's going to get renewed, and I'll have it down to this section here. So it's nice when you come in. So that's going to be marrows all the way down there. Inside of here will be swede. So I've got swede, maybe a bit of kohlrabi. Then inside of here will be the usual tomatoes and cucumbers, giants should I say. Then further down at the new Polytunnel, I'll be having carrots, parsnips and tubs, something else in the middle. I'll see what I can fill this with pots basically. And then in the future I might end up building trenches and put the trenches in instead of pots, but that's what's going to happen for the time being. My little tomato, as you can see, that is exactly what it's going to be. Full of my sun golds. I'm going to keep them. It's a nice one there, nice and sunshine. I've got this for things like long chilli, other things as well. And I've got my cabbages, which can go in there, and I've got a section here that my cabbages can go in here as well. And that's not even starting with the stuff that's down here, because that's going to stay as my grapevine for my grapes, and I'll find something else there to put in. Nice beds for carrots again. Look, I've got ample amount of opportunities, different things I can grow. I have a go at everything. Just looking back on my old videos, I can't believe how far I've come. And this is one of the reasons I like doing the videos, is because it's a diary for myself. Seeing how where I was when I first got the garden 9 years ago, and seeing stuff that I've been able to make and create and make the garden my own. Next door neighbour's just called in. He's going to come and have a look, check out the shed and stuff like that, and I'm going to have a brew, so I'll see you in 2. So one of the last jobs I want to do today is something that I should have done on that polytunnel. I'm going to do it on this polytunnel immediately, and that's I'm going to put some string lines across the top, going across that way. I'm going to get a couple of bits of wood, drill them into there, drill them into there, drill them into there, and then get a bit of string, pull all the way across, pull it tight, and then I can put a knot in at the other side. And that's going to stop the birds from landing on top, because if you don't stop them from landing on top of the polytunnel, what they'll try and get, all the bugs will try to escape, the flies and stuff, and all they do is peck away at the top of the polytunnel, as you can see it's done at the top of here. So take my own advice and do that immediately. So I'm going to get a couple of bits of wood, screw some holes in. I need 6 bits, screw some holes in, and then I'm putting it up. Maybe half an hour later, that's all done. So I've got some string lines going across the top. As you can see, I've got straight across the top there, all the way along to the edge. Let's go on to the back. So that should stop things from landing on the top, and also to help limit the bugs. I've got these fly traps as well, some of which I've already dropped. But that should help out. I mean, look, even in here already. Look, started already, look. So I need to bring some bigger fly traps from inside here, but I need to get my door sorted, and we'll see what time it is. And I've got 2 choices. I'll get the door done without knowing how to attach it, or I can paint the front of the shed. Decisions. Okay, time to make a door for this polytunnel. It's dead straightforward. I want 2 long lengths up the side and 3 for along the middle. It's worked for my other one, and it's lasted not a problem, so I don't see why it shouldn't last for the new polytunnel. Obviously I sort out the runner when I get a chance to do so, but as you can see, 1, 2, 3 down the sides. It is a bit thicker wood. I've got some smaller brackets. I'll use the brackets on mine as well, on this one. That's all mine. So yeah, don't need to measure the sides, because all I did is get a length of wood, see how tall I wanted it, from the top to the bottom. Don't even need a tape measure. But what I do want is everything straight. So I'm going to use the inside here. I've already drilled some pilot holes along the top to get this nail through, the screw through, should I say. So I'm just going to set everything up, and then I'm just going to screw it all together, and then that's that done. Sorry about that, guys. Leslie rang. I've just been sat and talking about while I've got this sorted out. So I've put the L brackets in each corner. That corner, the bottom corner, and the other bottom corner. And I've also put it across the middle, which is probably not the middle. It looks like it's higher up in the middle. But I've put it on the section where it's like that, because this is going to be the top here. So it's a lot more secure now. So I'm just going to put it up against the door and see what we've got. So there we go. Fits lovely. Fantastic. So what I need to do next is I'll have to cover this. Luckily enough, I've got some extra plastic, but I'm going to need some more lengths to be able to nip it in like I've done with the other door. I don't think I've got any more lengths of wood, so I'll have to have a think. So just while I'm waiting for the battery to charge, I thought I'd give the front of the shed a quick lick of paint. Funny enough, I had the paint in the same colour as what was already on. So I've just been over with a roller, did the whole of the bottom, up the sides as well, and managed to get what I could reach at the top there. So that's had a fresh lick of paint on. Well, I've got one battery fully, partly charged. I should have enough to be able to get this door finished. I'm going to pull out the excess sheeting that I had from the polytunnel, and I'm going to lay it over the top of the frame, put it on, and then that's job done. Well, I thought I pressed record on the time lapse, but I didn't. So there you go, all done. So that's the door all finished with. I'll get it put on the outside, and then see how I can temporarily fix it in place. Well, there we go. I think that fits quite well, to be honest. So yeah, next thing I need to do, which I won't be doing today, is to build a sliding structure just like this. Not take long to do. I'll just copy off what I've done here, because that seems to have worked quite well. I think I've got some hinges. I think I'll just stick a couple of hinges on just so it opens up this way for the time being. I don't want hinges, but I say I haven't got time at the moment, so it's going to be just keep it in place basically. Well, that's it. That's me done. That's me time off work done. I'm back to work tomorrow. Let the fun commence. So I'm not back off now until Sunday, so we will see what I can get up to on Sunday. Other than that, I'm over the moon the fact I've managed to get that polytunnel finished. Sort of finished. Still got to obviously do the run off of the door, but that shouldn't take too long. That's an afternoon job. Not even that, it's an evening job. So I just have to find some more bits of wood, because I don't have very long lengths left anymore with everything, using everything up on the polytunnel. But that's one of them things I can sort out, not a problem. It's Friday after work, and I've been and collected something that's going to come in very useful in the new polytunnels. Blue barrels. Now these have been cut in half. I've already got 3, which I'm going to do the same with anyways, but I found these on Marketplace. John Dawson, who's a friend. I've got a friend on Facebook. One who follows the channel. Hi John. I managed to get these from him for a very reasonable price, and they'll come in ideal in the new polytunnel for carrots and stuff like that. So I'm going to get these in, see how many I actually need, and then I can get some more. I managed to get them in. Big mistake. It's easy for transport, but big mistake putting them in top of each other, inside of each other, because that was fun getting them out. Even with the hose in, just absolutely suctioned in there. I'm going to need 7 down the back here, so 7 each side. There's 14. I'm going to have how many back? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at the back. 6 at the back, so that's including the 4. So basically I've worked out that I can do with probably around about 22 half barrels. So I've got 3 here which I need to cut down myself, so I do need to get about another 8. So I'm going to see John, speak to him, and see if I can get another 8 off him, and then that'll cover everything in here. Then I think I'll need about 12 bags of compost, so I'll have to save me pennies for that as well. But that doesn't need to be done till like later on basically. But if I get it, then it's there and it's done, isn't it? Then it's all prepped and ready to go. So I brought some other goodies down as well. I'll take it in the shed and I'll show you them. Right, so we're in the shed here, and it's been imperative. I've been thinking about safety and stuff like that. Obviously, like I say, I've got the CCTV on the plot and stuff to keep an eye on. Grandad, and obviously for security as well. But when it comes to the fire, I've already got the carbon monoxide detector in place up there, where it should be. That will go up if there's ever any carbon monoxide detected. But what would happen if there was a fire? What would I do? Well, I've only got the hose, and the hose is a bit of a reach down here. So I bought a little powder fire extinguisher. You can never be safe. Rather have it than need it, and not have it. So that's what I'm getting for down here. I've also getting some butane, some butane for the little stove for the kettle, which I'm going to put on now. So I need a cuppa, and I'm going to chill for a bit. And just like that, we now have a safe fire extinguisher for potential fires. So I'm busy moonshining at the minute. So I've just sprayed everything in the polytunnel for the sunshine on the foliage feed. I've come into the brass cage, as you can see, everything looking lovely, clean and healthy in here. The swede are pretty much ready to go for eating and stuff, but I wanted to show you the broccoli. Not that one, sadly. That one I didn't pick last Sunday, and it's obviously bolted. But when I took the first one off, if you remember, a few weeks back, I did a cross in the middle. This is the reason why I do that. I just lift this giant cauliflower leaf back, as you can see. I've got another head of broccoli. And bearing in mind, the first one was taken off there. That's a canny little size head of broccoli, that. So that one will nearly be ready, and there's another little one coming down there. So that's 3 3 lots of broccoli from one plant, and I know that the other ones are doing the same as well. So there's another little head of broccoli that'll be the same size as that one as well. So it's handy to know and handy to do. Well, I'm pleased with them. These giant cauliflowers just give you a scope of the size of the leaves that we've got here. There's my hand. You can see the size of it, and of course they're not kids' tyres neither. They're actual car tyres. I told them that up. Morning, it's Sunday, day off this week. Back to work next 3 days, and it's Malvern time. But for today, I've got to return the favour of helping out a friend. It's the apprentice, Kieran. He's in there somewhere. So we're down in Sunderland, and as you can see in the back here, he's getting himself a greenhouse. So he's asked us to give him a hand in collecting it from Sunderland and taking it back to his house up near Morpeth. So it's a 40-minute drive. Got all the greenhouse in the back. He's got some other goodies as well. This is going to be fun because I didn't take it down, so I don't know where nothing goes. Wish we luck. Right, we're back at Kieran's, and we're starting to take all the bits out and start laying them out like a big jigsaw. It's the best way to do it when you're installing a new greenhouse, especially if you haven't taken it down before, because basically what we'll be looking for is there'll be 2 the same length for the bottom, 2 the same length for the top, and then you'll have there's 2 different sizes actually for the runs down the side. So how to tell them apart is they're basically shorter. So that's a roof section, and that is a side section. So you can tell that's a side section because it's got the 2 rubbers on the side where the glass will sit and where the clips will go into, and it's longer than the roof section. So you can see there's the top and there's the bottom. So we're just busy lining them all out, and then we can start building. So we'll have 1 long section at the back, but it won't be at the front because it'll be 2 smaller sections at the front. So we're just going to crack on. But this is some of the stuff that he's grown in his back garden, because he hasn't got much space to grow. So he got pots from me. He's got red onions in here. He's got his Christmas potatoes in there, which are doing fantastic. He's also got a couple of leeks. Start off smaller leeks, and he's got some bigger leeks at the back there. And that one, he's got his tomatoes grown outside. He's been grown outside, the same height as me. But I've got strawberries and all sorts going on. Right, let's get this greenhouse put together. Right, Kieran's just cleaning everything out, all the sides and stuff for the lichen and the moss and stuff like that, because it's going to make things easier for the glass to sit. Like all of this here needs cleaning out, and the rubber's put back on in place. So this is going to be, again, winging it, but we've got everything here, or I believe we've got everything here. So we'll get the frame put up, and then obviously afterwards the glass will be easy enough to put in. He knows there's a few bits missing, but we can sort that out later. A couple hours later, we are done with the frame. Of course, because we didn't take it down, we had to look at pictures to be able to make sure we knew how it went back together and stuff like that. But I'm pleased to say that we've managed to get it all put back in together. We've used all the brand new bolts that we had, so we've had to use some of the screws, and as you've seen, I built the bloody thing backwards, so we've had to spin it around as well. I've had to drill a couple of holes in the top just because they were out of alignment, but that's nothing. So the next task we're going to get done is to bring the glass in and then start laying out the glass to see where we need the glass to go, because this is it's different. So it's all the glass is cut to the places, like the front, because it goes wide at the bottom. Same, like this side should be all right. It's all square glass, but it's just the front and the back, which is going to be the awkward shape. So the two sides there, and I know that there's already some glass cut and smashed at the top here. Whew, we're getting there. Yeah. I'll let you work out how to put. Oh, go on. Let's see if you can fit the door. No. Go on, see if you can fit the door. Oh yeah, come on. It's not hard. Go on. See if you can work out how to put the door on. Go on, let's have a look. Hey, I tell you what. Yeah, I was expecting you to put it on there upside down. You tell me. mean, you could have done this side, like.
Oh, could I have? Would have been easier.
I didn't want to help you.
Oh.
Do you know, like I showed you with the top window? The top window. Pull it out the bottom. Slide it in. 10 hours later. In fact, I think you can just need to put it in the other side. I think there might be a stopper on that side. There we go. And you got it this time, Kieran. Lift it out. There you go. Right, push it along. Right, there we go. Just lift it at the run at the bottom. Lift it onto the run at the bottom. Well, we'll have a look at that anyways, but there you go, and you've got the door on. Right, I made a little bit of adjustment because the centre bit, as you can see, was out a little bit, but now this door slides. Lovely. Better than my greenhouse doors does. That's one thing that really gets on my nerves with mine, is the door doesn't open and shut properly. Ah, lovely. Right, we'll get the glass out, and we're going to have to do this side first so that we can push it in to that corner, and then we can get everything else sorted. Tell you what, it has been fun trying to work out the jigsaw that is these panes of glass into this greenhouse, but we've managed to succeed with guess what I've just done? I've just smashed that pane of glass.
Not another one.
Not another one!
Not another one.
I smashed this one, then I smashed that one, and I've repaired them, and I've just repaired this one as well and getting it on. And because I've started showing you, I've ended up smashing another one. Hey! Right, so yeah, we've just got the roof to find, and also the back section to find as well. It'll take a canny few hours to get this sorted out. Hopefully it doesn't take too much longer, as long as I stop smashing bits of glass. And a few more hours later, we are done. All the glass is in, everything's sorted. We've siliconed, I know it's a dirty word when it comes to greenhouses, we've siliconed the broken panes so that I can stay in. Same with the back as well. We've managed to work out how the back fits in. We've realised that one of the pane that I broke before is a bottom section for the window, so I need to see what I've got in my glass greenhouse collection. He's got his big bits, so it's just them two little bits there, and then that's just all done for him. But he's getting some good. You've getting some goodies, like, haven't you? I'm getting some that's a little propagator, little heat mat, so he's getting that. He's also getting a tubey as well, so he can put that into his electric, and that's actually an extension for the electric as well. But aye, that's all done. I bet you're pleased, are you?
Take it away.
Well, speaking of taking away, Kieran's giving us this, so I'm taking that.
Kieran's not got a plot for us,
Can't leave the plot with a gift. So I'm taking this home, and that's going in the back garden. It's got like a cooking utensil on it as well, so that'll come in handy in the summer next year. Right, get this done and I'm going to sign off. Well, that was fun. Got that big thing in the back of the car now. Thanks, Kieran, for that, and I'm pleased that you enjoyed your new greenhouse. I'm going to be heading home now. I'm going to be sorting this video out and getting that out of the car and sorting the car out. So still lots for me to be done. It's past 6 o'clock now. I need some meat as well. So that's me finished for this week. Lots done. Thanks everybody for your comments and previous videos and stuff like that as well. Like I say, I try to get back to every single one of you, and roll on next week. It's Malvern weekend, baby. I can't wait to see everybody again after a couple of years. And it's a new venue on the Malvern Showground as well, so it'll be nice to see inside of there and catch up everybody that's been missed for the last few years. Right, thanks everybody for watching, for liking, subscribing, and I'll catch you all next time. See you later.